Here. Alright.
Oh, you're 27 and 29 Crenshaw Boulevard. Coming into the suspect vehicle,
So
newer model blue SUV.
we're responding to a shooting call. It sounds like 30th and Crenshaw behind Smart Vital. And my understanding, there's 187 that took place. And the black man. You know, right now we're trying to get to the scene right before either they transport. They could have the body there at the scene.
Go left to Buckingham, make a right on our way to behind the Smart Final. The man is unconscious, not breathing. I guess the suspect was, I don't know if they have the suspects. Apparently they didn't see where they went or which way they came. I just know we're going to the back of the house.
Your soldier, can I be a soldier? The one that's riding for you. Man, I knew this soldier. Police pulled him over, claiming he was smoking. They shot him in the open. Now baby girl is homeless. Now the trust is broken. This killing we supposed to be building, but the police keep blowing us away. And the way that we feel it, we praying and kneeling, but God only noticed the hate. And they kill it, realist, giving soldiers the business, and only so much we can take. Shit don't leave no witness, cause all we keep getting is the same old shit that you say. Shit, he was a nigga and you pulled the trigger with all that money in the safe. Shit, you don't wanna spend it and don't wanna give it away. When we get offended, you pushing your limit. Pretty soon we gon' run in your place. Tie you up, taking your bait, but you can help before it's too late. Black people is fixing to break, just like the 92 rise in the lake. It ain't nothing to push a button, then it's spreading all over the states. Man, I pray for the soldiers one day, hope they make it home safe. Marching on, blowing their horn, and if they fall, we taking your place. Come on.
Hi, this is Nash Baker, this is Mia, reporting from 29th and Crenshaw, where just the other day, a 25-year-old African-American male by the name of JT was gunned down right here in this very alley, right behind us. Family members came out to express their concerns on just the homicide itself, and Mia and I actually interviewed a few people here, as well as family members, about who JT was.
In our hearts, dear God, he will always be remembered, Heavenly Father. Someone that was always educated, who loved people, who loved himself, who took care of his business, who took care of his family, dear Lord. such a great man, dear Heavenly Father. He was always with him, dear Heavenly Father. And only you knew his destiny, dear Lord. God, we just thank you for just the wonderful times, dear Heavenly Father. The good times, the bad times, the understanding, just everything, dear Lord. We just lift him up, dear Heavenly Father, JT, Lord. Lift him up, Father God. We just ask that you just even give him the understanding in the mind, dear Heavenly Father, to just know that it really wasn't even supposed to happen, dear Heavenly Father. Accidents happen, dear Heavenly Father, but it's all in your will, dear Lord. We just ask that you just let us get through, dear Heavenly Father God, for this is so hard.
You know, when the last time y'all seen him? Huh?
Last time I saw Kojak was a year ago. I was pregnant with her. He was in Popeyes.
Okay.
I knew Kojak since he was little. He was like a brother to me. I used to braid his hair. He missed though.
Right.
We love you. You want to say anything about your uncle?
So he be missed. You all gonna miss him? Okay.
My baby can't say nothing because she never got the chance to meet her uncle.
Right.
Because of a coward out here, he decided to take his life. So she had never known this person that we speak so highly of, and who was so loved, and who was so caring and passionate about his family and sports and life, and just being this happy individual. And I feel like this is happening too often. All throughout the city is happening. And somebody knows what happened. Somebody came and told you what they did. Everybody knows who's behind a lot of these murders, and it's time for you to step up. Stop being scared and stop being a coward and do what's right. Because we can't keep doing this to ourselves and to our communities. It's been going on for too long. It's time for a change. This right here cannot continue to go on at all.
And just want to reiterate that there is a GoFundMe account for JT. It's right there. We'll flash it on the screen, as well as there'll be donations. I'm hearing somewhat of a car wash or maybe a fish fry. So I was hearing some things, just some ideas that that the family needs to come up with to bury their loved ones. So to the gone and never forgotten, as well as in action, you're in action, and you know, just want to say peace. I do want to comment on a shooting of two brothers over on 97th and Stanford in between Avalon. It happened during the daytime, you know, and when everybody's pretty much, you know, getting ready for, you know, going to the store or just basically getting home from work and fixing on their car. Whatever they was doing in the front was their business, and they have every right to, you know, make it their business to be in front of their residence. But apparently two male Hispanics rode up and jumped out on foot and decided to shoot two brothers in front of their house on 97th at Stanford. That whole area, you know, the following week on 95th, just not too far from there, in between San Pedro and Avalon again, you know, there was two male Hispanics killed sitting in the car. And unknown if they're related, but if it is, again, it goes back to, you know, black on brown spreading through the streets of LA. And if it's starting over on the east side, then it's easily, you know, coming about on the west side, you know, by the time summer really gets started and it's hot, that we can easily see a, you know, some sort of tension of race wars going on. They call it gang related, the actual shooting on 97th in Avalon in between, you know, Stanford. But I don't know if it's gang related. If you shooting somebody else that's a different, you know, race, again, you crossing both lines. You can get charged with a federal crime as well as a you know, the regular state crime, you know, for going to jail for discharging your weapon, or in some cases, assault with a deadly weapon, but a hate crime can easily be added. So people have to be really, really, you know, careful on shooting people right now because they're using another charge such as hate crime. And that, again, that carries up to 10 to 15 years along with the assault with the deadly weapon. And that's federal, you know, as far as the hate crime. But I do want to say, you know, the streets of South LA has calmed down tremendously to some degree since the protests that have been taking place with Donald Trump, or against Donald Trump, and the May Day march took place, and then you had the commemoration of the '92 riots. And I'm glad y'all allowed me to be a soldier, you know, to be out on the front lines documenting that historical day of the '92 riot celebration. Well, it's your boy Mason Knight 333. We back on the corner of Normandy and Florence where they're commemorating the '92 riots, the actual day of April the 29th when the verdict came out. And we was out here with Errol Safari Hutchinson right behind me, and community activists and leaders, including actual, you know, A-Trays who were actually in the riot. Rodney King's wife showed up. She expressed her concerns about his death and about some possible foul play on that.
This is a shirt for the Rodney King Foundation for Justice and Peace. And I'm Janetta King, Rodney King's first wife.
Okay, and what you want to say right now, remembering '92 riots, all the way, well actually, what, how many years from there? I ain't good with math, but
25 years ago.
25. Well, I was there when, you know, that incident happened out there in the valley with your brother, with your husband. A lot of people went out there and they expressed their concerns. They thought it was like some foul play. You know, the whole thing. Are y'all even investigating the actual case itself?
Actually, we are. We are. I don't believe how he passed away.
Right.
I think somebody poisoned him.
You think somebody poisoned him?
I think somebody poisoned him.
I mean, you ain't the only one. I mean, sister,
right.
I mean, we went out there. We seen the pool. We seen how tall he was. We seen the neighbor who, you know, all the neighbors are.
Did you see how the grass was too? Like somebody drug him.
You know?
Yeah.
You know. You know. You know.
Yep.
My brother was Rodney Glenn King.
And what is that like on the anniversary of the L.A. riots? Something that, you know, the result of that trial and that outcome having to do with your brother kind of set the whole thing off.
Yeah, well, it's a bittersweet. Bitter because that happened. It didn't have to happen, but it happened. It was sweet because a lot of people, as you can see, felt our pain. You know, not only that, but they suffered as well as a lot of abuse and injustice that our country, state, was experiencing during that time period. So, you know, this is a memorable, beautiful time when everybody came together, getting along, and just representing justice, you know, wanting peace and prosperity, because that's what the United States of America is all about. You know, about people living in peace and having their way. You know, and so it's a sad loss that we lost, you know, Rodney. But I know he's in a better place with God. And I'm just happy that everybody here has showed up and supported us, as well as supported our community and the neighborhoods. You know, sometimes we don't get the justice we need because we're up underneath a whole lot of oppression. And so, you know, this situation opened up a door and windows for people to make some changes. And we're just out here in honor and in all due respect for this day.
Needless to say, I'm Nash Baker. You're watching A Million Hits 2017, the countdown to the summer of 2017, and thank you for letting me be your soldier. Peace.